like an hour to kill. So like, oh, look, we just found the self-help section. I'm not gonna lie, I was always against these type of books. Saw this book. It was kind of. I didn't do anything. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's a part that lights a fire of joy in your soul. Amy Collett. Are you one of those people who wake up cheery every morning? Do you bound out of bed and feeling great and looking forward to the day? If you are, congratulations. You have a head start on the gratitude connection. If you're not, don't worry. I wasn't either. Can you even imagine what it would be like to go to bed feeling happy about the day you just had and looking forward to tomorrow? As impossible as that might feel right now, you could be one of those happy people too. I can only say that with confidence because I used to be a big grump in the morning. I woke up full of anxiety about the day and unhappy about having to get up. I thought that was just the way it was and I couldn't change it. I believed this even though I lived with one of the most positive people on the planet, my husband, Tom. Then I started practicing gratitude. I spent a few minutes focusing on gratitude when I went to bed and again when I woke up in the morning. I was just trying to feel better, to feel less stress and anxiety. A few days into the new habit, a weird thing started happening. I started to look forward to waking up. I couldn't wait for those few minutes of thanks in the morning when I felt at peace, calm, and grounded. It was only another week or so that other people started to notice a change in me. I finally understood Tom's cheerful outlook. I had found a spark of happiness and kept it burning by practicing gratitude every day. One simple new habit made all these profound changes. It made me see that my essential self, the love and positivity within me, had been hidden. It took letting myself feel gratitude to let the light inside shine through so I could see it. When I saw it in myself, it was easy to see it in everyone around me, even if they were grumpy on the outside. When you let yourself shine, you become a magnet for other people who shine the same way. I started discussing gratitude with other people, and they shared their own experiences of gratitude and healing. And that's how the Gratitude Connection was born. I gathered the stories together as a guide for a joyous life. Gratitude helps connect us to spirit, the light that connects us to ourselves and each other. It helps us celebrate the good times and sustains us through the sad ones. At any time, you can find one thing that's going well in your life. It might not be perfect, but it's there, even if it's just a spark. If you're really depressed, you might think that nothing in your life is great. But even when you're very down and anxious, take a deep breath and just listen. Listen for one thing that's going well for you. Do you have enough to eat? Do you have one relationship that you can turn to? Do you have a job? Do you have enough money to pay your bills? How about companion and who loves you? Is there a point in your week that gives you some satisfaction or insight or connection? Like at church or during meditation. Does your body or any part of it feel strong and healthy? Really look for a part that's flowing easy, that you might be taking for granted. You may come up with many more than one, but one's all you need to start with. That's a spark that can start a fire in your life, the spark that you can build on. When you recognize that spark, concentrate on it and let it help connect you to gratitude. Let the positive power illuminate other parts of your life. Feel free to take your time to read through the Gratitude Connection. This book is not necessarily meant to be read cover to cover in one sitting. Read one section at a time and walk through the practices. Discover which new habits work for you and make them your own. Sharing the book and your experiences with it helps you deepen your own connection to gratitude. I invite you to share it with your friends and family or start a Gratitude Connection circle with a group of people to work through the book together. May you be blessed with the positive power of gratitude. Amy Collett. That is from the Gratitude Connection. This is one of the books I picked up yesterday. Okay, I picked this when I was at the library. If you didn't know, anyways, this is one of 3 books I got yesterday. I really want to make it a habit to practice gratitude. And I saw this when I was in the section and I said, this is a great thing to read. Like, you only can go up from here. Reading in general there's only one of 2 ways it can go. Like, I don't know, you hate a book and you don't like it, or you can just kind of end up going up. So anyways, I want to make it a habit to read at least one section before or after my day. Start with my day or end with my day with this, or both. I feel like this is not, obviously, like she said before, this is not a book you read from cover to cover in one sitting. This is kind of a book you pick up in the morning or in the midday, whenever you want, and just kind of, you read a section and then you slowly, you journal, you think about it, you reflect on it, and you just kind of figure out how you want to apply it to your life, And I feel like, as much as I am a person who tries my best to preach and talk about gratitude, I feel like reading a different perspective or a perspective on it and hearing different people's stories is great, because sometimes I think that my gratitude can kind of get lost in translation, As much as I always say, I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for, but it kind of just goes over my head. I feel like I'm saying I'm grateful to say I'm being grateful, because I know, like, it's worse. It could always be worse. And I'm so tired of just my baseline. I feel like my baseline and my rest state is just always in a very anxious spot, and I don't like that. And if I can wake up in the morning and just feel grateful for waking up, that would be great. And not to say that I don't feel grateful already, but I just think this is just a great way to start the day. If I'm already waking up grateful, why not add on to? Anyways, from this point forward, I will be starting these sessions I have to myself, these little 20-minute car sessions. I will be starting it with reading a section from this book. Okay, it's not that much of a big book. It's a pretty small book, but reading it by section, it might take a little while, and that's okay. That's okay, because you need time to ponder. That was just an introduction. The second section is not that long. How long is it? Oh, it's 3 pages. The second section is only 3 pages, which I think we can do. I think we can sit. We have time to read on this right now. Wait, what does my bladder say? Yep, we have time. Anyways, next page. Practicing gratitude. Okay. So gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Cicero. Let's see what this has to say. Also can't see. Kind of wish it was like brighter in here. I feel like I can't see because I need light. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Cicero. I'm a lucky person. Most of my life, I've had an easy time getting good grades or landing a job or starting a business. The most stressful time was when someone I love was sick or struggling. I felt since I was a kid that I lived a charmed life. But a few years ago, I experienced what was called my own personal recession. Since my consulting business was consistent and busy, I wasn't spending much time or energy marketing a new business. Then suddenly, one of my 2 major clients ran out of the funding and closed his business. 2 weeks later, my other big current company was sold. They no longer needed me. My husband also had his own business. Over the years, when one of our businesses hit a slump, the other business was strong. So we were always able to ride the wave of economic changes. This was the first time we both hit a slump at the same time. And it was a pretty big slump. With the big mortgage and loss of debt, it wasn't long until we were borrowing money to pay the bills and using credit cards to buy groceries. It made me crazy. I didn't expect to be at such a desperate place at this stage of my life, when things had been so comfortable. I can't see. Like, I need more light. Wait, let me angle. Like, I'm gonna angle this. There we go. I'm gonna angle this a certain way. Oh, there we go. Now we got some of that light shining on here. Perfect. Okay, let's go. I didn't expect to be at such a desperate place at this stage in my life, when things had been so comfortable. But there I was. I had such a hard time sleeping, and I'd wake up with my heart pounding, my head spinning with pictures of losing our house. Then I read about a Jewish tradition of practicing gratitude. Hakarat Hatov, recognizing the good. It's reciting a prayer of gratitude several times a day so that it becomes part of your routine, a habit. I like the idea, but how could I be grateful for anything? It felt like everything was going wrong. But I began. In the morning, I gave thanks for health, for my husband, for a roof over my head, for the deep love and friendship in my life. At night, I focused on gratitude for everything I had learned during the day. I'll admit that at first it was a chore. I made myself do it, and sometimes I faked it. But I kept at it. Then I noticed a subtle shift in my attitude. I was finding more things to be grateful for. A sunrise, a conversation with an old friend, time with my old dog, reconciliation with family. A bigger picture beyond my immediate problem began to take over my perspective. I started to see solutions to our problems, such as selling the house, finding work in a different industry. I had options, but most of all, I was feeling a sense of security, a sense that I would be okay. I started to experience a spiritual connection more and more, especially when I went out in nature. That was when I started to sleep again. I could see that my life was full. What I worried about was a possible future state of lack. Practicing gratitude helped me relax and feel calmer. So my energy changed, along with my luck. Within a few days out of the blue, I got a call from my old friend who had the perfect long-term job for me. Tom also connected with an old business partner who wanted to collaborate again. Suddenly, the slump was over and we were rolling again, with no lasting damage. While having work again was a huge relief, I realized that living through the frightened time was a real gift. I now had more empathy for the stress that my parents struggled with. I understand the kind of pressure that can lead to fighting, addiction, and divorce. I gained compassion to the burden of anxiety and depression that many people carry all the time. The best thing I got from that tough time was my gratitude practice. It's a habit that colors my life every day. You hear about the power of positive thinking and that you should look on the brighter side. But what does that really mean? Finding the silver lining in the dark clouds is just a nice theory until you can find a way to actually bring it into your life. I always thought that positive thinking was forcing yourself to see things in a way that wasn't natural. In my experience, people see the negative more easily than the positive. Practicing gratitude showed me the power of positivity and how to make a natural part of every day. While gratitude flows from your heart, the choice to open yourself to the feeling starts in your head. Gratitude taught me that stress and every other feeling is a choice. Before this period in my life, I'd never consciously chosen to feel gratitude every day. So I didn't know it would change my whole perspective. What I'm most grateful for is the simple, astounding gift of life itself. The realization that we are all miracles. Not just on the day we were born, but every day our precious lives live. We are all connected by this ineffable gift. With this knowledge, I have increasingly become a joyous person, bringing in a grateful outlook to my entire life. Rather than just a few moments a day I spend actively practicing gratitude, it's made me feel like an incredibly lucky person again. Practice. This is the practice portion of this segment. Okay, try each of these exercises a couple times and okay, the camera died. Okay, I'm literally sitting in the hallway right now. The camera died. I hope you can hear me. The camera died, but I recharged it a little bit. So I'm gonna read the last couple paragraphs that I had left, and then I'm gonna call it quits. Wait, someone's coming. I was gonna hide you, but okay, we're not. Okay, wait. Okay, the last part. Where is it? Okay, the last part of this was literally just an exercise. Okay, so literally was practicing gratitude is easy and fun, a celebration to approach it with a sense of lightness. It's okay to be grateful for a great pair of shoes or that attractive person you met today. Try each of these exercises a couple times and then adapt them to your own style. Play with different patterns to find what feels right to you. The rest of the book builds on these basic practices and gives you others to try. Start with calm. Okay, start with this calm exercise to feel less anxious so you can be open to gratitude. Take a few moments first to sit and get quiet. Breathe gently and slowly. Concentrate on your breath. Now say this phrase or something like it. Find what feels right to you. Today I am okay. Right this minute I have what I need. All is well, all shall be well. Okay, that's the first part of the exercise. The second part of the exercise is in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, take a few minutes to focus on just your breath. Think of one of the 3 things that you feel grateful for. Inhale gratitude and savor the feeling on the exhale. Simply sit with the feeling of gratitude. Allow yourself to really feel it. And then the next one's at night. At night, you go to bed each night. Repeat the morning exercise, breathing and gratitude. It takes a while to get used to focusing on just one thing. Keep Add it while you set all your other thoughts aside. Okay, and then the third one is gift yourself a gift. It says give yourself a few minutes during the day. This can be while you're walking to lunch, in the elevator, walking the dog, or even in the shower, or at the bathroom at work. Think about one thing you're grateful for today. Concentrate on it and feel it. Once you open the door of gratitude, let's in positive energy around you. Wait, what? I'm getting slightly distracted because there's a lot going on around me at the moment. Okay, once you open the doors of gratitude, let its positive energy surrounding you and life and lift you up every day. Okay, that's basically it for session 1 of today of this chapter. Tomorrow I'm gonna end up reading the second one, but which is every victory counts. Chapter. I'm gonna show you what I look like right now. Okay, tell me if I look a little bit weird because I feel like this is when everybody's looking at me like I'm like sus. But because I couldn't find a secluded spot, I came here. So like I'm gonna move this. This is literally what I look like. I think I'm gonna call it quits. It's like literally pushing 7. I'm hungry, bro. Okay, yeah, I'm hungry. Now I wanna go home. No, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home right now. I wanna go eat. I don't even know if you can hear me, honestly, but at this point, I wanna head out. I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Love you.